But let's bring it out to Ken. Ken and Ken. We just had the Morgans. Now we're going to have Ken and Ken. Ken Hovey is talking to Ken Carpenter, who we've known for a long time. Hi, good to see you, Ken.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what we were just talking about. Is how long I've known. How long have you been up here in Beaver Creek?
I started up here, I think, in 97, 98. When I began this project, the year they were building the ice rink and the Bar Center. So this, as many of you know, was a construction area, and they brought up a lot of entertainment, including myself, to have things for people to do here. And that's when I began. It was just for the summer, and it was so successful that you remember Dana Delasco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was working with her, and I tossed the idea of doing it in the wintertime. And from that year on, I was here 5 days a week, summer and winter. I was working in hotels at the time.
And I want to tell our viewers right now, if you're not exactly sure what we're talking about that he does, I want to say a caricaturist.
Caricaturist. And
Caricaturist.
A lot of people say character or something like that, but the word is
caricaturist, and he is one of the best, and we're going to show you. Oh my gosh. And I personally have known Ken here at Beaver Creek, and this is like the only time I ever see you. I feel like you must have your own little apartment here. It's been like 25 years.
Oh yeah,
that I've seen you here. And it used to go back to the Park Hyatt, and you would be there for like an hour and a half, but there would be a line that would take like 4 hours, and you would make sure that every single person got their artwork done.
It was fun. Coming up here, I was reflecting on my time up here, and I thought maybe the question would come up if I had drawn people who are famous. And one night, I was working at the Charter that year, those years, and I had stepped away from my easel, and I had a sample on my easel. And I come back, and there's this man and his friend of his. They were looking at my easel real close, and like this. And I walk up, and I recognize him. He was Peter Max, the famous painter.
Famous, very famous painter. Passed away
recently.
Within the past 10 years.
And but he was so nice, and I got to draw him and his friend. And
he was a Warhol, Andy Warhol stylist, or he was in that era.
Very, very vibrant colors. He was involved with the Beatles record covers.
Very cool. So, well, now Ken is up here once again, and we want to share a couple other things. We'll get to some drawings in a moment. Where are you now? Like, what if people want to get some of the drawings? Where are you located now? What are you doing?
I'm here Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 4 to 6, right down below in a 10 by 10 tent. And it's been about a year and a half. I haven't been up here for one summer and one winter. And so when I began this season, I wasn't sure how busy I was going to be. And I've been quite surprised by how I come to the tent and there are people waiting for me, kind of a thing, and it's
fun. I want to show them why. Let's go through. Now, Ken had the opportunity. We gave him a lot of time to work on some of us, and when I say a lot of time, we told him a few days ago, and I think he started like an hour and a half ago while he was getting ready, having breakfast, eating, and who do we have here?
Well, these are just samples, and what I'm doing here, I started out in Boulder as a street artist doing color, but here, because there's so many times, I do black and white, and I prefer black and white. So I just did a couple.
Is this? I'm going to have to guess on who some of these are.
No, these are nobody. I just made them up.
If this is just made up, I want to say, Emma, this kind of has a snowboard look of you right there, ripping. Emma, one of our producers. I wanted to show this touch. I love that when people get them, it has the Beaver Creek right there on it, the little stamp.
Ken, you're saying that looks like me?
Emma. Emma's like, what?
A little bit. Looks a little too masculine for me.
No.
Hold it up again.
They're gender neutral.
Oh, okay.
But I want to say that this is before I use graphite to do the shading. And then you're a fisherman, so I just, this morning, literally, just threw out an example of somebody
I love it.
catching the wrong thing here.
Hook it like shoe. And you know what? The only thing that's incorrect on this is that the head is too small. It needs to be just a little bit bigger. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love it. That is so cool.
I want to tell one more story if we have a chance. I told
yes. and I'm going to grab the camera and show this.
Yeah.
I'll move these out of the way. Now, you have to keep in mind that with Ken being an artist, he has so many artists that also stop by and see him.
Well,
To bring this up, tell us about
good,
this.
good introduction. This goes back many years before I was in Beaver Creek, but as I explained earlier, whatever profession it is, if you meet someone who's going to be a scientist or a musician, if you are in the career, you can get a good read on somebody if they're going to pursue it. And so many years ago, I was in Vail in the summertime, and this young man who was 13, sat down and asked me to draw him. And based on the questions that he asked me about art and the answers that he gave me, I had this real strong gut feeling that he was going to be an artist. And so fast forward 20 years or whatever it was, I'm in my office and I see his name and I Google it, and sure enough, he's an artist in New York City. He does these huge 4x8 oil paintings, stuff, avant-garde things. And so I sent him an email and I said, by any chance were you in Vail, Colorado on August 25th, 19 blah, blah, blah? He said, yes, that was me, and I still have the sketch.
Yeah, and what I wanted to show your easel, which, by the way, it's the same easel that he's had his entire career of 30 years. And he only lets the true people that he feels are going to be the best artists sign this. No one can just sign this.
Well, from that experience, this up here in Beaver Creek started several years ago. It was one summer. It was one summer, and I thought, yeah, very good. Yeah.
And you thought?
And I decided that since I meet young people, particularly, who express a real passion for art, that I began saying to them, well, would you like to sign my easel? And that there was the first one, then the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. And now, I'll just hold this up real quickly. Like you can see,
I love it. The dates back to 2017. 2000,
1992.
His was 92.
So it's just, I became obsessed by this, and I don't let everybody do it, but if there's a young person particularly, that's why I just love art and so forth, and I get that gut feeling that they're going to be an athlete or something like that. I say, well, would you like to sign this? And Stella and Katie and Landon, they've all signed it. So and then they come back. That's fun. They come back the next year.
My question is, do you ever have anybody that has absolutely no talent and you tell them they should get a job doing something else?
No, I haven't gone down that road quite yet.
I know, you're too good of a guy. You're too good of a guy. Trisha?
Okay.
It so makes me happy to see Ken. He's
I
like a
know.
storyteller,
It's great. So
but
Ken.
I've got something I want him to sign, Trisha.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Sign that one for me.
Oh, well, yes. I
kidding
just happen to have a pen with me.
Thank you so much.
That's
Trisha,
perfect.
You've
Okay.
seen him for years. Have you had him draw you?
Oh, I think probably years ago, because I used to do, I bet you years ago, kind of when that ice rink was being built and the Villar. Yeah.
And we were neighbors.
Yeah, we used to be neighbors. So, okay.
Trisha, the beautiful part is that I have actually at one time in my life caught my shoe. It's happened. Seriously. That's me on the that's me on the Eagle River. Good to see you, man.
Same here. And let's see, oh yeah, I was wondering if there's another point that I wanted to mention, but no.
We got it.
I think we got it all. Yeah. So
Okay.
show up and
All right.
Time
So,
for some Vail-
what afternoons? What afternoons are you at Beaver Creek again?
yes, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 4 to 6.
Okay.
Good to have you.
Tuesday, Thursday,
to you,
Saturday,
Trisha.
4 to 6. Okay, they'll be there tonight. He'll be there from 4 to 6 this evening. Thanks, guys. Ken and Ken
Yeah.
hanging out at Beaver Creek up there. And it is fun. It is fun to get your